Hello, my name is Alex Lavrov. I am part of the European team for DataOps in IBM, and this will be the first video in series of videos that will help you to install and configure CDC for Kafka. It will include also installation of the Kafka environment, configuration and installation of CDC, and using different options there. And hopefully it will help you to create your own demo environments and also help you in POCs. So let's get started. So we'll start from installing Confluent platform for Kafka, Zookeeper, and schema registry. So we'll be able to replicate in Avro format, because as you know, in IBM Change Data Capture, Avro format is the default format. So we'll need schema registry to support it. And the first step we will do is actually go to Confluent site and configure YAM repository, so we'll be able to download RPM packages. Okay, now let's just Google for the Confluent YAM repository. YAM repository. Go to manual installation, and we'll choose version 5 because we are running on Linux, Red Hat Linux 7, so we need to run on version 5. As you can see, we need first to install curl and which. I have it already installed. Then import the key, public key, and then configure the YAM repository. So let's do it. I will not use sudo because I'm already a root user. Okay. And then just copy the repository. Copy vi yam. And just paste it. Okay. The next step we'll have to do is to install the Confluent platform. We'll use the community edition, the free version. So all we need to do is yam install Confluent community 2.12. Okay, let's go back to our server and install it. Okay, as you can see, it will take 351 megabytes to download. Let's agree, and we'll come back when the download is complete. Okay, as you can see, the download and installation was completed. So now let's clear the screen and check that everything actually works. So now we'll check that we actually can start a Zookeeper server. Zookeeper server start command requires Zookeeper properties. It's located in etc Kafka Zookeeper properties file. Let's run it. Okay, everything seems to be working. Let's stop it because we actually want to run it in the background. So let's run it to the background. We'll run it with no-hub. All messages will go to etc Kafka Zookeeper log. Also all errors will go there, and we'll run it in the background. Okay, so this is the process. Let's see that it actually listens to the port. Okay, we see that everything works. Now we'll check that Kafka server is working as well. Kafka server start also requires server properties. It's located as well in etc Kafka. Let's start it. Let's see that it's connected to Zookeeper and everything works. Okay, looks good. Let's stop it because we actually also want to run it in the background. We'll do the same thing as with Zookeeper. No-hub. All logs will go to etc Kafka log. Errors will go there as well. And we'll run it in the background. Okay, let's check that the broker is listening on the default port 9092. Okay, looks good. And the last thing is the schema registry. Start. Also requires schema registry properties, but they are located in different location. etc schema registry properties. Let's see if it runs. If it starts. Okay, as we can see, server started and listening for requests, so everything looks fine. Now we want to run it in the background as well. Let's run it with no app. All logs will go to etc schema registry .log. All errors will go there as well, and we'll run it in the background. Let's see if it listens to the default port 8081, and it listens. So right now we have three services, Zookeeper, Kafka, and schema registry. All of them are running. Each one of them is listening on the default port. And the next step will be installing and configuring IBM Change Data Capture for Kafka and replicating the data. Let's check that actually everything working. Let's run a simple command Kafka topics list Zookeeper localhost on this port. Okay, we see the default ports, default topics of the Kafka server. Everything looks fine. So in the next video, I will explain how to compile and install KafkaCat, very useful tool for looking at the messages, looking at different metadata of the messages and the topics. Extremely useful in demos and POCs. And then we'll explain how to download, install, and configure IBM Change Data Capture for Kafka. Thank you for watching.